Hello and welcome to Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Y'all, I'm so excited about today. We are still celebrating women. And of course, you got to make sure you are using our hashtag. Hashtag celebrate a sister. Y'all, I'm so excited about this because we have been celebrating women. We've been celebrating women for, let's say, since January. And so this month, for it to be Women's History Month, is just blowing me away. So y'all sit back, relax, get ready. This is going to be a show you will not forget because we got, y'all, honey, I got a co-host for you. You're not ready for this because you thought she was just another pretty face that could do a little la la la, but she going to show you she got some more talking skills today. So we're going to co-host the show tonight. I can't wait for you to meet her. Miss Tia is going to be co-hosting on Conversations with Deborah Franklin. We'll be right back with Motivational Moment. Hey guys, welcome back. This is your girl, Deborah Franklin. I just don't even know how to start tonight, but I just had to tell you, today I posted something. Yeah, it was one of my new shots from my photo shoot. Child, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing what the photographer told me because, as far as I'm concerned, I got one smile, one pose, and I'm done. But something about this particular picture, it looked like I was walking, and I was like, wow. It is time for us to start walking in our purpose so we can reach our destiny. If nothing else, y'all, you got to get up and start doing. We have been talking about purpose and destiny for so long, and we have been saying that we are in the middle of a shifting. When you are in a shifting, you have got to be prepared because when that opportune moment happens, you got to be ready to walk in that door. And if the door closes, as one of my friends has been shouting out lately, you got to be ready to jump through the window because this is our time, guys. This is our time. This is our season. So if you need to start taking vocal lessons, if you need to start taking acting lessons, if you need to start taking speech lessons, you need to do it now because you don't want to get the phone call and you're not ready because it's nothing worse than being like those foolish brides, those foolish wanting to be brides, and babe, they with the oil. Y'all, the story was so crazy I can't even get it out. But y'all know about them going to meet the bridegroom. You had food. You had the bridesmaids, not the bridesmaids, but the potential candidates, those that had extra oil, were able to stay longer than the ones that had to go get some. So don't run out of your oil. You have got to make sure that you are oily and greasy in this time. You have to walk in your anointing. So many times we're talking about destiny and purpose, but you got to figure out, what have I been anointed and called to do? Because if you walk in your anointing, you have no other choice. And anything, just think about this. If you are greasy and you are oily, nothing can stick to you. So all your naysayers, nothing that they say will stick to you. Yeah, you might feel a little punch, you might feel a little pinch, but it will not stick to you. Everybody that's dogging you out, it will not stick to you. Anything that's happening that's negative will not stick to you because this is your time, this is your season. And whatever God is telling you to do, it is your time, it is your season. So you don't have to listen to anybody else. You have got to walk in your your divine purpose and your divine destiny. Because if you don't, you are going to be left behind. And at this time, you do not want to be left behind. And I'm saying all of this because of our guest tonight. When she tells you about the testimony that she has about what she did because God told her to change the name of her magazine. And everybody around her was saying, why would you do that? Why would you rebrand something that's already where it's be? And her only answer was, this is what God has told me to do. What have you done that God has told you to do that nobody understood? And that's how you know that it is from God, because the people around you are not supposed to understand your vision. Yes, they can help you with it. They can support you, but guess who God gave the vision to? And that was you. You have got to walk in your vision. Walk with whatever God has showed you. If God has showed you that you're supposed to live on a hill and on a house on a hill, baby, start looking for that house on the hill. You might not have everything in place, but you need to know what you're praying for, which leads me into my other thing with this situation. You have got to be intentional. This is also your season to be intentional about everything that you do, because when God shows you something and when God tells you to do something, you have got to be intentional to reach your goal. You have got to be intentional wherever you are going. You can't hang out with the same people. You can't talk the same way. You can't eat the same way. You can't go to the same places. You have to be intentional, because when you are intentional, that's when God can open up the floodgates of heaven and pour down on you everything that you need. Y'all, I promise you, I didn't plan on being preachy or churchy tonight, but this is what's really dropping into my spirit, because somebody that is watching tonight, somebody that's going to hear this replay, needs to know that they have to be intentional in this season, because in this season, it's all about intentionality. Because guess what? The devil is intentional in everything that he does. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So if he can be intentional about killing and stealing and destroying, why can't you be intentional in building up, satisfying what God has told you to do, and going after your dreams? Because this is your time to do your dream and live the life that God has called you to do. Guys, if nothing else, stand up. Find out what your purpose is and start walking, because, baby, this is our time to walk in our destiny, and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Y'all, this tonight is such a special night. You know what? Sometimes things happen. Everything happens for a reason, because there's always a divine reason for things that not work out the way that you expected them to do. Because tonight was actually supposed to be my book signing and official show launch party, but we had to reschedule that. So when I tell you tonight, trying to book tonight and find guests for tonight had to be the hardest thing in the world. We thought we had one person, things messed up on a calendar situations, and those of us that are busy, you know how things work. But when I tell you this has been a fantastic week for me. How has your week been? Amazing. Oh, y'all, my co-host. Ain't she cute? So I got Miss Tia. Y'all, last week she blew us away because she debuted her single on our show. So girlfriend didn't realize that she was down the street from me today at Morgan. I said, wait a minute, why didn't you just come this weekend since you were down the street? But then I was like, that's what, you coming on back today. So when she walked in, she didn't realize I was going to put her on the spot. I sure did. And I was like, you're going to come have conversations with me while we prepare to talk to you. Because the person, okay, now this is why I was saying things about divine connection. Mm-hmm. Because the young lady that I have coming on tonight is the editor-in-chief of her own magazine. Mm-hmm. So she's a performer. She got a magazine. You can't get out there and let somebody see you and hear you. So ergo, we connecting. We are networking in live time. Absolutely. And that's what we have got to do, because we have got to do better as sisters, supporting sisters and making sure that we're all getting a piece of the pie. Yes. So my week, I got to share you about this week. Okay. Because Sunshine is actually on watching us. And I did something that a lot of people probably would think was a little odd for me, because, you know, they always say I'm the resident church girl, and I don't care. I'm good. Sometimes I slip in, But I went on an adult conversation show. Yeah, adult conversation. And it was so much fun. We talked about why people stay, which is a topic that really... It doesn't matter, because it's life. Mm-hmm. So we talked about it, and it was like really cool. Now, what was really funny is that one of the co-hosts didn't read my bio. So he didn't know that I had a little extra. And he was like, wait a minute, y'all didn't tell me we had no bishop, preacher, bishop, what? I was like, that was hilarious. But, y'all, we had so much fun. And the thing about being on that show is that even though it was adult conversation, I was still able to be me. Right. They didn't try to conform me to their show. It was really respectful. We were able to have a conversation. And the biggest thing is that we were able to still be motivational. I was still be able to act in my vein and do what I do. And so I was like, that's what really made that experience such a great experience. Now, tell me about your experience today, because somebody was at Morgan State University. Yes. So tell everybody about yours.
So I went to a conference today at Morgan State University, and it was titled "Embracing Your Difference."
Wow.
And it was a women's conference, so we had to talk about. So it was a panelist of several women. And it was women from different backgrounds. We had an attorney on the panel. We had a recording artist, myself. There was a lot of recording artists. There was a lot of just visionaries and business owners there. And everybody shared their story. And I think the most important part that I got out of it, you never know where people came from. And you never know what people have gone through to get to where they are. You know what I mean? A lot of these women I actually went to school with. So I never really knew their full background and what was going on, how they got there. But it was just an amazing time. The energy and the vibe in the room, like, as soon as we walked in, it was just filled with love. You know what I mean? And that's what, to me, that's what women empowerment is all about. We're supposed to love on each other and encourage each other and lift each other up.
But you know what the biggest thing that I heard you say was that you are there to embrace the differences.
Absolutely.
And I think that's where we fail. We don't embrace everybody's differences, because just because you're an R&B singer doesn't mean that you can't come to my church and sing gospel.
Oh, I can sing some gospel.
Yeah, well, I already know your background, boo. I already know your background. I know you a little church girl too. Yeah, I understand. You was having a Tina Turner moment. They wouldn't let you sing. That's what it was. I understand. But y'all can tell it's one of my favorite movies. What's Love Got to Do with it? She was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. That's wrong show. I'm not going to do that to you. But, so tell us some more about what was some of the main topics that people were talking about.
So some of the main topics was, one of the questions that was proposed today is, what makes you a boss?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, what is your definition of a boss lady or a boss, a businesswoman? So it was just great to, some of the feedback that we were getting and then some of the answers. I was on the panel and they had asked about what is one of your biggest challenges in your career or in the industry that you're in. So for me, one of my biggest challenges was me, I'm in my own way sometimes.
I need you to say that one more again.
One of my biggest challenges is me. I'm in my own way sometimes. And sometimes we have to move out of our own way in order to get to where we need to be. You know what I mean? So it was just an amazing time. And the panelists of women that were selected to speak and to share their gifts and their talents and their businesses, to me, I just learned so much from that experience.
But I think one thing that you just said, and there's two things that I want us to talk about before, is that why do you think, even as women, especially in the entertainment industry, or really any industry, why do you think we stand in our way?
If I can be transparent, I mean, I feel like for me, I grew up as a shy little girl, and my mother had me involved in everything. Like anything that I wanted to do, my mom had me involved in. I used to do cheerleading. I used to do gymnastics. It don't look like it, but I used to do gymnastics.
You was a flipper?
I think I did track for a little bit. Didn't I?
Oh, I did it for 30 seconds.
30 seconds. That probably was me too.
Yeah.
I was on a drill team.
It was the whole running and sweating and carrying on.
I used to tap
couldn't
dance.
understand.
But, I'm saying that to say that, I grew up shy and afraid to go after what I wanted. And I didn't really know as I became, as I entered like my 20s, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So as I grew up and then as I started hanging around people that, were doing something with their lives, it gave me the confidence to say, okay, now I know what I want to do. One thing I said today on the panel, I said, I think it's very important that you know your purpose and you know your why.
Wow.
But if you know your purpose and you know why you're here, you know what I mean? You can overcome your fears and you can overcome your challenges. So, and it's not easy to find your purpose. You know what I mean?
You preaching to the choir, boo.
It's not easy.
I'm down there 50 and just now decided that I think I know what my purpose is.
Right.
Yeah, so no. Because, and then, and I said that to say, because age has nothing to do with your purpose and your destiny. Because sometimes you can start out from, let's say, your teens to your 20s and in college thinking that your purpose is one thing, and then you evolve into somebody else. And so that's why I think we need to start really speaking on and encouraging, especially our young ladies, that it's okay that you change. It's okay that you evolve, because so many times we get stuck.
Deborah, can I say something?
Please do.
I saw a meme on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Did you see Black Panther?
I did.
So do you remember the elderly lady that she was elderly, but she sat on, like, I guess like she was like one of the elders. I can't remember.
Was she the one that kept getting the stuff to make the stuff?
She was one of the ones.
Okay.
So I saw a meme on Facebook the other day, and she started her acting career at 88 years old.
Love it.
She didn't get her first role until she was 91.
How about we just had that same similar conversation coming up here? We were like, what was the lady's name we were looking for? Elise? Kimberly Elise. And then Perkins Internet was like, she 50. I said, but do you realize that most of the women that are now, that are getting these big roles are in their 50s. Believe it or not, I think Taraji is almost 50.
But she didn't start until she was like 30, right?
She got her break like late 20s, early 30s. So the thing is, age does not matter. It's all about you living your dream. Now, I will put this little comma in here, but baby, don't try to be a rapper. Leave that to the babies. Let's not let the old people.
Mixtape.
Yeah, please don't give out your mixtape because ain't nobody got no tape recorder to play. Can't even play it on a CD player. You don't even know how to download. So, baby, if you don't know how to download, don't. It's something.
It's never too late.
No, some things you need to hit pause. Maybe you need to be the trainer and the writer for some of these because some of these new babies need some of these old schools to write for them. I'm sorry. All right, as I digress. As I digress, but y'all, this week has been such an amazing week for me, and I know it's been an amazing week for you. Absolutely. And then I hope everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening, that this has been an amazing week for you as well. Because guess what? It's only gonna get better. And I think even talking about the whole self-sabotaging. When things are going good, you can't self-sabotage yourself because this is our season. And because I know, because sometimes I fall into this. It's like you start thinking, oh my God, everything working. I'm not used to everything working. You like, something gonna break.
Right.
Something getting ready to break down because everything working. But you know what, y'all? Don't even approach it like that. Just every day, you just got to start saying, oh, it's working out. Yep. It's working out. I don't care what they say. It's working out, and it's going to be for my good.
Exactly.
That's all I'm worried about. And it's like, that's where we got to go.
I have something else.
Please do.
At the conference today, one of the speakers had all of the women in the room to write down their weaknesses. But next to your weakness, you had to also write down your strength. But she said, sometimes you have to speak those things into existence. You know what I mean? You have to embrace your flaws.
Come on, embrace your flaws. I hope not. We'll get it later, boo. I think we can still hear each other, so we good. Y'all see, this is what happens when you do stuff live. You don't never know when something might crumble. You just got to go with the flow. Keep going, boo. Keep going.
You have to embrace your flaws so that you speak your strengths into existence. So we were looking at the paper today, and I know I wrote down my weaknesses and I wrote down my strengths, and I'm like, I ain't doing so bad in life. You know what I mean? But I also, I look at the things that I'm doing, the good things that I'm doing, and I appreciate that. So I embrace the good and the bad. And I know that I'm working on those bad things.
Because you know what? And then I'm going to give you this good scripture because I'm going to need you to look at it. Because, see, church people always think that that's something new. Boo, we've been teaching this in Sunday school. But, see, that's why people need to start back going. I'm sorry. Did I just have a moment? I did. Okay, I'm back. But you need to look at Habakkuk 2:2. And Habakkuk 2:2 states, you need to write the vision and make it plain. And you have to speak those things into existence as though they are. Because so many times we forget about that. And we don't realize that everything that we're going through, everything that we're experiencing is Bible. Absolutely. And we don't look at the scriptures for what they are. We want to call it something else when that's why we're losing people. Okay, y'all, that's a different show. I'm sorry. Bye. So I'm not going to go there. That's a whole nother show. And I'm not finna go there because, see, yeah. We're not going to do that. But, so, y'all, I am so excited about this week. I'm so happy to have my co-host on. We are getting ready to bring in Miss Shanique Edwards right after this break. everybody, we are back. This is my co-host, Miss Tia. We are getting ready to have a wonderful conversation with somebody that I met. Well, you know what? I'm gonna wait. We're gonna talk about how we met, how this friendship, and again, this goes back to that whole thing about divine connections and meeting people, and for lack of a better term, just being nice. Yeah. What a concept! Absolutely. It's just nice to be nice. What y'all think over there? See, y'all, we got an amen corner tonight. Y'all ain't ready for us. So just being nice. So y'all, I'm getting ready to bring on my special guest. We had some Skype issues, so all you're gonna be able to do is see her picture and hear her voice. But I promise you, her voice is very powerful because she is a powerful young lady. We have none other than Miss Editor-in-Chief herself, Shanae Edwards. Whoop, whoop.
Hello.
Hey, girl. How are you?
I am great.
I'm so glad that you are joining us tonight. I told him, I did throw myself under the bus. I said, y'all, tonight, Shanae was not scheduled to be with us tonight. We had been actually trying to get you on for a while. But, God has a way of working things out just when we need them most. Because tonight is Celebrate a Sister, and tonight we are celebrating you because you are doing some phenomenal things. And for those people that are listening and watching that don't know who you are, tell us, who are you, honey? Let the world know.
I am Shanae Edwards. I am the editor-in-chief of His Favorite Magazine. And I am an author of my first book that actually will be a year old, April the 12th.
Wow.
The mini-series of me. Man, it is.
That's
a year.
Crazy.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's been a year. Oh my gosh.
I know. And you read my book signing a year ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I was in the place.
And since I'm on your show, I might as well let everyone know who's listening. I actually, as of yesterday, will be starting my own business, and it's called His Favor Ministries.
Woo-hoo!
We are signed, sealed, and we got our EIN. We good.
You know what? I'm just loving this. See, conversation is going to be the launching pad for so many people because I'm getting all the juicy news coming out first. Right here. Everybody going to be saying, where'd you hear it first? Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations. So with His Favorite Ministries, what is that? What does that mean? What are you going to be doing?
His Favorite Ministries is going to be more like a referral service. Since I know so many people and have a lot of connections, like the young lady that's sitting next to you, if somebody wants somebody to sing at their church or their funeral, I can refer her to them. It's more like a referral service.
See, I told her she didn't even know why she was gonna be here. She used to call her hookup. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. See, everybody goes, NASCAR trying to come on the show. How can we get a divine connection on Conversations with Deborah Franklin? Right here. Where did you hear it first? Conversations with Deborah Franklin. I'm excited. Goodness. So, you know what? Congratulations. And this is what it's all about. We are celebrating sisters tonight. We're celebrating sisters and their accomplishments and their brand new endeavors. And, Shanae and I met at a weird place. And I'm just going to say it was weird because, first of all, it was a slumber party. And this is where we met, and it's called Kingmaker. So shout out to Shannon. I think she was on watching with us. She is the reason why we even know each other. And what Kingmakers is for wives and future wives. So they come together. We were trying to do once a quarter, and we have a sleepover where we talk about the different things that are going on. And then on Thursdays, we fast for our husbands and future husbands. I'm not gonna tell you that I do it every Thursday because I must admit I'm probably the weakest link, and it might be why my husband ain't came. So know that the Lord, I have acknowledged my shortcomings, and amen. Shannon, I did say it out loud and on national radio. That amen, and thank you, Jesus. So, so why don't you share with them your experience with Kingmakers and how that made you and what did it do for you?
Kingmakers let me see that I wasn't alone. A lot of times, especially as a married woman, we feel like, especially a married woman in ministry, we feel that we can't share things with people because they may think something of us, think something of the person that we're with. So this gave us I really think it gave me a different approach as to me sharing what's going on in my world. Because I realized I'm not alone. Mm-hmm. There's other women that's going through things. Some was worse, and I was like shocked, like woo.
Like right.
But and that and I like that whole circle thing, because even now I know I can call Shannon. I can talk to you, and it was also a networking experience. Because between you, Shannon, and maybe quite a few more other people, I still talk to them to this day from the times that I have been to the slumber party. So I encourage anybody who are in the area to, next time she has it, to please come out. It's a very, very great experience.
Exactly.
Especially if you're in ministry and you're married or you're looking to be married.
And I have to speak from the single point of view, is that I didn't feel, for those that are single and hate going to those singles events. Okay, I'm glad I got a witness. You don't feel like you're single. You don't feel like everything that we do is inclusive. And it's really cool because you got, for lack of a better say, you got old heads in the building that's been married for 9 million years, and then you got somebody that's just getting married or engaged in the room. And it's like everybody can come together collectively, and whatever questions that you may have, whatever experiences that you have, it's guaranteed to be a safe zone. And that's the cool part about it. So make sure, shout out to Shannon and Kingmakers Alliance. If you go over to her Facebook page, please go join that page so you can get some more information on the Kingmakers Alliance, because the purpose of it is that we are praying, because we are the queens. Who we're married to has to be the king. And in order for us to have the kings and have our kings walk in the way that they should walk, we have to have our prayer life intact for them, and praying for them and fasting for them. Because a lot of times the problem that's in our household is not really the problem, it's our prayer life. I'm sorry. It is real churchy in here tonight. I am so sorry. Y'all, I am so churchy tonight. I'm being so churchy. Forgive me. This wasn't supposed to be churchy. We're supposed to be talking about the magazine. Come on, girl. Let's talk about this here good magazine. Come on.
Oh, good.
So tell us about his favorite magazine. And y'all, she got a big surprise. Now that she got a big announcement about who gonna grace the cover of her spring issue. Right. Oh, y'all, this is hotter than fish grease. I promise you. Come on, girl.
Well, I might as well start to be, kind of the beginning, but his favorite magazine
tell them, because I did drop a little, you know me, I dropped a little tea. And I stated that, because you changed the name of the magazine, you had to deal with some naysayers and some people that you had to kind of go on and dust your shoulder off and get up your corner. Yeah, see, I did listen to a little something. So you had to go on and handle that. So talk about you dealing with the naysayers to get to this point where you are now with who's going to be gracing your cover, girl.
Well, I started off as Indie Mogul Magazine. It started off as just an e-blast. And then it went from just doing a digital, and then we went to print. And as time was going on, I kept realizing, like, the content is not matching the name.
Wow.
It started off being for indie artists. Next thing I know, I had Vicky Yohe on the cover. I had Ben Tankard on the cover. I had Jacqueline Carr on the cover.
Right.
And it was more than just indie artists. And I was getting offers. Christian businesses was in the magazine. I'm like, wait a minute, we're getting far away from indie artists. And I was just sitting there for a while, and also the umbrella of the magazine at the time was going through some changes too. And everything was just not hitting my spirit right. And I was just like, Lord, like, I know this is what you want me to do, but why is this name bothering me so much? So I actually ended up going on a fast, a 40-day fast for a magazine.
Wow.
And I was sitting in my room, and I just kept hearing his favor. I'm like, okay, I know God has favor. And then I heard it again, like, his favor. So I called one of my partners, Kimmy Johnson, give a shout out to her, Purpose Driven Magazine.
Woo-woo.
I told her, she said, I love it. I said, what do you think about his favor? And she was like, yes, his favor. I said, because if you think about it, Indie Mocha Magazine has experienced so much favor because we started off as a small magazine, and just out of that, I mean, I had like major artists, major well-known people on the covers and stuff, and I knew it was nothing but God's favor because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I was doing the whole magazine by myself, all the graphics. Sometimes I would even miss features and get a phone call saying, "Hey, you didn't put me in the issue." I was just doing too much. And then God, of course, laid some more contributing writers in my past. I got another content editor, more graphic designers, and then out the blue, I said, "Okay, God, His favor."
His favor.
And as soon as I put it out there, I mean, God just was boom, 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 opening doors like crazy. I even ended up getting interviews with people I didn't even thought like it was nothing just to say, "Hey, I would do it."
Wow.
My last issue, which was the first issue, was the winter issue that just came out in January 15th. I had Wes Morgan on the cover, Tara Carissa, Todd Delaney, and it just blew my mind. And at the same time, I remember everybody who I was talking to, which is what I want to tell people. You don't have to share everything that God shows you.
That's
Exactly.
Right. That's right.
And that's where I kind of went wrong because I just was second guessing myself because I was asking people who are already in business, like, you think this is a good business move? Because Indie Mocha's already, kind of got a buzz right now. Oh, no, you shouldn't do it. It's branding suicide. You're going to mess yourself up. You're going to have to start all over. And I'm like, so I kind of was hesitant. So with God, but I knew what God was telling me. Mm-hmm. And I was fighting with that decision. Well, if you do it, I'm not going to help you. If you do it, I'm not going to be a part of it. Well, I know what God told me, so He must going to send me some new people because I know in my heart what He said.
Wow. Wow.
And this spring
That
issue,
part, wait a minute. That part I didn't know. That part I didn't know. No. And I just got through talking about that. That is so insane. Okay, keep going. Yeah, okay. That means I must have heard a little something from the Lord. Amen. Keep going.
But yesterday I woke up and I was just okay, God, this is spring issue. I know who I wanted on the cover. Mm-hmm. And I just threw it out there like, hey, ask the person if they wanted to be on the cover. And in no time, they answered the questions, sent me the pictures, had their bio, everything. And I've never experienced something like this, even with other artists. And I'm not putting nobody down because I know everybody's busy.
Right.
But when I say who the person is, it truly humbled me. Because I'm like, this person travels all over the world.
Yes.
And had time to look at my website to see if they even wanted to do it and answered everything in no time. So when I got the email back, I literally fell through the floor. My daughter thought something was wrong with me. She was like, Mommy, what's wrong? I was like, God, I can't believe it. It's God. And she was look like, okay, it's God, I get it. But she's 7, so she didn't know what was going on. So then I put on Facebook, like, this is so worthy of a Facebook Live. I usually don't do Facebook Live like that. And I just, all of a sudden, I felt a stillness in my spirit, like, I told you.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
I told you over and over, I got you. You kept doubting me. You was listening to everybody else, but I had the final say. This is the main person you always wanted since you got started, and I gave her to you once you yielded and said yes, and you obeyed me. Mm-hmm. And obedience is so much better than sacrifice.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
telling you.
Yes, indeed.
So much better than sacrifice. So yesterday I announced on my spring issue, not only I have Michael Todd.
Yes.
I have Jeffrey Pitts that's going to be on the cover.
Yes, indeed.
We are actually international this spring issue. We have Miwawi, who is huge over in the UK. Wow. Janet Otieno, she has about 100,000 followers on Facebook. And my main cover feature,
drum roll,
Deborah,
please.
you already know.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll,
Joyce
please.
Meyer.
Yes, Miss Joyce Myers. Yes.
I'm like, what? I was like, what in the world just happened here?
Wow. Because you know what?
Happened?
But you know
and
what's
that's
really
why I
crazy?
wanted to go on.
Yeah, but what's really crazy about that is that your magazine, see, a lot of times people think because you are a small magazine or that you're an online magazine that you can't tap in to some of these larger people. Yeah. So how did that make you feel to get somebody on the cover that a lot of these other magazines cannot?
Favor.
Because favor
and
ain't
the fact
fair.
that I was obedient. Mm-hmm. And I sat there and I thought about how God always say that David was after his own heart.
Wow.
And you know about my book.
Yep.
I mean, I committed adultery. I was homeless. I was an alcoholic. I was promiscuous. And I had mental illness, all that stuff. But I knew in my heart, like, I was always drawn to what God was showing me. I would be in a club and be uncomfortable. Be around certain people, know something was in me, like, this ain't right. But I wanted to fit in so bad. And this has been like a huge emotional roller coaster for me because in the midst of it, I've been going through a lot. And due to privacy, I'm not going to say everything.
Right.
But I've cried so much the past 2 months. But God just kept showing up. I resigned from my job. And just last week, I got a new job working with the state.
Woohoo!
And then this happened with the magazine. I started my own business. And I don't care how big or small you are. Your heart has to be after God. Yeah. And if he knows that, he'll take that little thing. All you need to do is place it in his hands, and he'll blow it up.
Amen. Most definitely. And and
just
I think
trust him.
And so many times as women we try to compete with each other. And I've shared this before because one of my other partners, she is another radio host. So we've talked about how we need to start to collaborate more, how we need to talk more, because just like I said, I thank God for having Shanae in my circle, because how many people can say that they know somebody that they can call that has their own magazine, that's doing something that's positive, and be able to say, "Look, I'm in a bind. I need you to bail me out." And then wait a minute, y'all. She made me have to do something else because she told me she gonna send me an email. You need to go get you some pictures and some pictures of you doing what you do. I was like, I ain't got none. I said, I'm gonna send a selfie. Because that's another one of our jokes. Because we said we're gonna have we're gonna do a conference on how to do an effective media kit, because we are in media. Yeah. Because a lot of times people think that I'm gonna do a selfie and I'm gonna send it in. Boo, that is not a headshot. Yeah. Not a headshot.
You won't be in my magazine. Right. I ain't being puffed up, but you won't be in that.
I know that's right. So it's like it's really cool when you can start to network, and like she was saying, being true to who you are, and then walking after God's favor and walking in his favor, doors will start to open up for you, and the people that you need to know will start making themselves available to you. You're not going to have to contact them. That's good. You're not going to have to track them down. No, you're going to have to initiate the phone call, but they're going to call you back. There's a difference. Exactly. There is a major difference. Did you have any questions for Miss Edwards?
Yes. Hi, Miss Edwards. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
You're so pretty. I see you on Facebook Live.
Hi. Oh, she can see me.
Yeah,
Thank you. I can see your picture too at the bottom of the screen. So for someone, my question to you is, so for someone who has never ever, I guess, started a magazine, like what advice would you give to someone who wants to start a magazine?
That's weird you said that, because I actually have 2 people who are mentoring now that want to start a magazine. Wow. The thing I'm suggesting is, one, know exactly what you want from the magazine.
Exactly.
And that means, like, what do you want people to get out of it? That needs to be written down, like you were stating earlier about writing things down. Because if you know what you want people to get out of it, then you know who to market to. And then you need to figure out, I'll tell everybody, just so you can see how it goes, I would never start print. I started out as doing the e-blast.
Right.
Okay.
just to see how people would take it. I did maybe like 2 or 3 features and see how it went, and then it built from there. Then I did digital, and then I went digital and print.
Okay.
So I would definitely say find your target, and then just start off just to feed it out there, even if it's a blog or an e-blast like I did. I wouldn't start off super big because, be truthful, everybody's doing a magazine now.
Yeah.
And you have to find out what's going to make you stick out more than anybody else. Not saying it's a competition, but at the end of the day, you still want people to get your magazine.
You still want to make a couple coins.
Yes, you do. Then you have to figure out if you're going to, when you start gradually getting big, figure out if you're going to charge the features or just try to make your profit off the advertising. So it's a lot to figure out. And you really have to know, like I told my mentees, pray, because this is not easy. It's not easy trying to get every deadline, trying to get the graphic artists and make sure they meet their deadlines, get the contributing writers, make sure they get their deadlines. It's a lot entailing to it. Like, I wanted to give up my 3rd issue.
Wow.
My 3rd issue, and I'm going on 2 years already.
Yep. Wow.
So I would definitely say find exactly your target. Like, what do you want people to get out of that magazine? Once you figure that out, you know who to push to. Network with somebody who has already been there, done that. I don't suggest partnering with somebody who just starting out themselves.
Okay.
I will at least reach out to somebody that, you know, at least have some following. They have some subscribers. Just to pick their head. Now, everybody's not going to tell you exactly all their little secrets and stuff, but at least they can get you started. And that's what somebody did with me. Because I was actually a managing editor of another magazine, and I kind of mimicked off of her, but then I found my own niche and then started my own.
Well, Shanae, thank you so much. Wait a minute. She says she got one more question. She don't know she eating into her. She eating into her name now, but she got a comment.
But my middle name is Shanae.
Oh, wow.
She said that because she want to be in the magazine. She want to be in the next issue.
All Shanae.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That was that
All
on the
Shanaes
that
are
was on
dope.
that Lolo. That was on that Lolo. We connected, so now we got to get a hookup. That was that Lolo.
It really is, though. My middle name is Shanae. It's Tia Shanae.
Oh, that's right. It is. Yeah, because I probably said, well, knowing me, I was saying it wrong anyway. So. But y'all, I have had so much fun with you ladies tonight. Shanae, make sure you stay on with us because somebody after this break is going to, of course, sing her single. You doing your single again?
Yeah.
Woohoo! We gonna get to see the single. It's called You Know, honey. You know. So we'll be right back with you. right, y'all, we are back with Conversations with Deborah Franklin and my co-host. Come on up, co-host. Y'all, my co-host actually got more skills than me because she can sing for real. I'm just a piccolo player. They call me when they need me. But this one here going to be up front all the time. So I'm getting ready to turn it over to her so she can sing her brand new single that just dropped. So you got to go get it on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. Bottom line, wherever you can download music, go there and download this baby song. We already told y'all it's $1.99, so everybody got $2. Go download that song because we needed to go. 99 cents in some places. So there you go. You go download the song. Let's help her make this single go to #1. Here you go.
Y'all ready to have a good time? Y'all can clap your hands if y'all want to. We're going to have a good time tonight. Did you guys download the single yet? Good. I also have some hard copies tonight, so if you want to purchase a hard copy, feel free to purchase the hard copy. We can do that. We can do that. Okay. We're going to try it one more time. Acapella. All right, here we go. Clap your hands. Hey, clap your hands, everybody. Come on, clap your hands, everybody. If you know it, you can sing along with me. Is that all right? You know it? You know? Here we go. On the count of 3, we're going to sing it together, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let me hear you. You know. I believe in you. I fight, I cry, I try. I see the King in you. I dream, you dream, we grow. All things are possible, nothing's unachievable. Our backs against the wall, He'll see us through. I know it feels like the water's on your shoulders. Temperatures rising, but nights getting colder. Don't spread your wings to fly away from here. I got your back until the end. I'll never let you fall. You shine, you grind, your crown fits right. You're a valiant warrior. You know, I believe in you. I fight, I cry, I try. I see the Queen in you. I dream, you dream, we grow. All things are possible, nothing's unachievable. Our backs against the wall, He'll see us through. Listen, y'all, let me speak life into you. Give me your heart just so you're mine. One day you're up, one day you're down, but you can turn it all around. 'Cause I hear you say, let the chips fall where they may, but that's no way to think. Baby, you deserve much more. Wait and see what's in store. Your story's far from over, girl. It's your time to show the world. Bridge. When you feel like giving up, when you feel like giving in,
win. But if we don't struggle, there's no way we will win. Just remember that you're bound to fall. There's no growth without pain. Just stay strong, just hold on. Clap your hands, everybody. Come on, clap your hands, everybody. Clap your hands, everybody. We're gonna make it through.
All right, y'all. This has been a wonderful night. Y'all, love you to life. We're going to see you next week, same time, same channel, Conversations with Deborah Franklin, right here live at 6 p.m. every night on Saturday. Love you to life. Have a good one.